Beckham is looking at this picture, and I think he's probably looking at these things here and saying it's a horse race, that those horses are racing. Tell me what you see that makes you say that they're racing, Beckham.
All of them running.
You see them running? Okay. Are you seeing both of the horses running, or one running faster than the other? Is this one running? Okay, and what are you looking at that tells you it's running? What part of the horse are you looking at? Okay, so Beckham is looking down here at the feet and what they're doing, and they are making movement or motion, or they look to Beckham like they're running. So he's thinking this must be a race between horses or among other horses. What else can we find? What more can we find? Tell me your name. Abel. What do you see that you'd like to tell us about? What's going on?
That horse is bucking.
This horse here is bucking. You're using a different term, a different word, bucking. How many of you have heard that word bucking before? Abel, describe what the word bucking means to you, or what do you see in this picture that tells you that it's bucking?
Because I know that when it turns side to side, I know that that's called bucking.
Okay, so you're looking at this horse and you're imagining that it's probably moving side to side or back and forth, and that you already know that word means bucking. What more can we find? Yes, ma'am. Tell me your name.
Sydney.
Say that again, would you?
Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sydney. What would you like to tell us? What's going on in the picture?
White horse is walking.
The white horse is walking. And so you're comparing this horse to this horse because Beckham and Abel have been talking about all the action going on with this horse, and you're comparing this white horse and saying that it's walking, it's not bucking. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, what more can we find? Right?
Also,
Joey.
Also, the guy has a rope and it's tied onto the rope.
Come up here and show me which guy you're talking about. Okay, Joey is calling this a guy, so he must think it must be a man, and is talking about the rope. Do you see the rope in this hand, going over to this hand, going over to here? And tell me again what you think the rope is doing, or what the man is doing with the rope.
Like if it goes way too fast and the man is starting to fall off, he will like pull it and the horse will like stop.
Excellent. So Joey is telling us about the relationship between this man and what's been going on that you guys have been telling us about, and especially this man that's on top of this horse. Joey is telling us that this man is responsible for keeping this person safe, using the rope in case the horse gets a little too wild or crazy. What more can we find? Tell me your name. Adam, tell me what you see or what's going on.
One of the person is getting ready for the
Okay, this is a person that I just forgot your name. Adam? Adam, this is a person right here that you think is getting ready for the horse race? What is he doing that makes you say he's getting ready? What do you see that tells you he's getting ready?
He's like tying his nose for and just in case if the horse will ready to.
Okay, so you know what? I think Adam might be comparing this guy to what Joey was saying about this guy, using the rope to make sure that the horse is safe and kind of under control. You've done a really good job on this picture. Now we're going to complicate things and ask Mrs. Chandler to switch it to this picture. But while she's making that move, I would like you to go back to what Abel was telling us, and he was talking about the movement of this horse. Now there's a new picture, and there's movement that you might want to pay attention to that's a little bit different. Let's take about 30 seconds of just quiet to look from top to bottom and side to side of this picture. Ask yourself in your brain, what's going on? What's going on in this picture? Tell me your name, would you? Alicia, what do you see that's going on? What's going on? I like it. Finish. The girl is on top. Is she on top of this thing right here? Is she on top of this thing right here? Are you trying to figure out what this thing right here is? Let's go with the girl is on top. Can we stop right there? Sure. Are you talking about this person right here? This girl is on top. Alicia? Is that what your name is? Alasia. Alasia sees that there's a relationship among a few different creatures here, and that the girl is on top of this stack of creatures. Great observation, thank you. Who has not shared yet that would like to share? What do you see? What's going on?
It looks like it's a circus because like there's a bunch of people in the background, and
Let's stop there, Stellan. Are these the people? And are these the people? And are these the people? Do you see what Stellan is looking at? Do those look like people to you?
yeah.
The heads, they looks like the heads of people. And Stellan says that because of all those people, this must be a circus. Do you see anything else that might tell you that it's a circus? What else can you see that tells you that it's a circus?
Well, all the people are like doing tricks and stuff.
Okay, so you're also pointing out that there's something going on right here, and you're calling it a trick.
Yeah.
A trick on top of each other. Okay, great. What more can we find? Tell me your name. Ryan? Okay, so I've forgotten already. Ryan, are you calling this the horse? And you're saying that it's jumping where? Over that way, like over towards Mrs. Chandler? And is the word jumping? What's another word that you might use to say what that horse is doing as it goes over to Mrs. Chandler? Skipping, could be jumping, could be skipping. Great, what more can we find? Tell me your name.
Reagan.
Reagan? Galloping. You said skipping. Reagan says galloping. What do you see that makes you say the word galloping? Reagan?
I used to ride horses, and that's how they do that.
Is there anything in this picture that shows you that it's galloping? What?
That the legs are
The legs are doing something, huh? So let's look at the legs. Reagan is looking at the legs. Do the legs of this horse look different than the legs of the last horse?
yes.
Yeah. And so it could be skipping, it could be galloping.
Bucking.
Whereas on the last horse, Abel, didn't you say the word bucking? So we've got bucking and skipping and galloping. Lots of different actions for, and jumping. Lots of different actions for this horse. So I'd like to stop and tell you thank you. You did a great job of talking with me about the picture. What some teachers have been finding, Mrs. Hall, is that we could talk about the picture for about 35, 40 minutes. And if we do two, it takes even longer. And I did that a few times, and it was way too long. It's more fun to leave the pictures with the teacher, and then maybe during lunch tomorrow, you can put the pictures back up and look for other details that you didn't get a chance to talk about today. I'm going to ask you to put your hands down. We're going to shift to a word that artists use to make their paintings or their drawings or their images. You're first graders, so this will be an easy word for you to read. I'm going to write right down here in this box. Can you all see that box?
Yeah.
All right, here's the word. Say that word out loud, everybody. Line. So painters or artists or people who draw use lines to make an image look like something. The artist used lines to make this image look like a horse. And the artist used lines to make it look like this horse was galloping or skipping and this horse was bucking. So artists can use line to show that something is moving. Watch this. Here's a line. Let me see if I can make it look like it's moving. Does it look like it's moving?
Yeah.
It's not really moving. Is that a video?
No.
No, it's just a line on the wall. But when I put this on the end and makes it an arrow, does it feel like it's going over to Mrs. Chandler?
Yeah.
How about this line? Does this line look like it's moving? Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of movement would you call that? Raise your hand. Tell me, sir. Zigzag? Sometimes I think of this as zigzag. Think of a different word that might describe this. If this is zigzag, maybe this is swirly, loop-de-loops. How about this? Watch this line. Is it going in this direction? Or is it going in this direction? So what we're going to do is I brought a pencil for you. You can keep it. I brought some paper for you. You can draw on it. We're just going to use pencils. And you can copy my lines, or you can make new lines of your own, or you can draw images of yourself, maybe moving. Like when you were on the playground just now, many of you came in with red cheeks, so I knew you were jumping around or running or playing hard. Maybe you could draw a picture of you on the playground moving, walking, running, skipping, jumping, kicking the ball. Maybe you can show me a picture of you with your pet. And maybe you have a horse at home. How many of you have a horse at home? None of you? How about a cat or a dog? You could draw a picture of your animal moving.
I used to.
When you get your paper and you get your pencil, you can get started. Can I help you?
Sure.
I'll do pencils, you do paper. How about that?
Wait, we can keep the pencils.
You can keep it. It's from me to you.
Are they the ones that like the color change?
Did I do what?
The color change?
Color canes.
Color change. You know.
Color changes. Oh no, these are boring pencils. Sorry.
No, they're not boring.
They're artist pencils.
There we go. Start with pencil, would you? Alasia. Alasia. I love your name. I just wasn't getting it. Alasia. There's your paper right there, Kitty.
I like our school bus.
Ooh, I already see some moving lines.
Where can I see? I tried drawing one. Can I see?
Ooh, I like the way that line moves.
No, I'm drawing the bus. We don't have to. I'm drawing one. Can you do it on
Haley is
the
trying
back
to decide.
too?
If you want to look at the pictures, it might give you some ideas.
Can you do it on the back?
Yes.
No.
Ooh, I like the way that line moves. That's cool. Yes. That's a lot of loop-de-loops. I love it. Are these people on top of each other doing tricks? You just don't like those and you erased them?
Fish bowl? What are the fish doing in the bowl? Are they swimming, right? Is that a movie?
They're doing tricks then.
Fish is swimming? That is awesome.
Okay. I just wanted to get the lesson. So
Okay.